We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Welcome to These Unprecedented Gays, featuring Joe Granelli and Paul Smith. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and review wherever you stream your podcasts. Check us out on Instagram at tugayspod and email us at tugayspod@yahoo.com. We hope you enjoy. Hey, all you tuggers and tuggettes. Happy New Year. It's 2021.
I almost said it was 2020.
Oh, God, no. That's a hindsight 2020 right now.
I know, yeah. Put on your glasses. We got 2020. Who are you?
But Happy New Year to everybody out there.
Yeah, and you're Paul, and I'm Joe. Yeah. For those of you listening.
So, Joe, how was your Christmas?
Christmas was good. Obviously, it was a COVID Christmas.
Yes.
So, not the same as normal. Very low key. I mean, I drove it to the Bay Area. I brought Max in the car. He did not like it. And then just spent time with family. And that was it. Okay. Yeah, nothing crazy. Did you guys have a pretty tame?
We had a pretty tame one too. Andy's daughter and her boyfriend came over on Christmas Eve. Okay. So we did gifts with them and stuff. So we ended up like getting both him and her anime sweatshirts.
Okay.
And so, because they both are really into that. And then we're like, okay, that's cool. So me and Eddie finally were like looking online trying to get this, and we found one, and it was like a girl, and we'll put the picture up on Instagram for everybody to see, but she's like pointing to her mouth, and she's got like fangs, and over her eyes there's these letters, like Asian letters.
Okay.
And so she opens it and she's like, oh my God, I love it. I was like, but what does it say? And we're like, okay, let's check. Andy uses his phone with the camera, and you can look and see.
Wait, it translates it?
It translates it.
On the camera?
Google, on the camera.
Stop it.
Right.
I can't see that
and
far.
So,
he's showing us a picture. I can't see that far. Hold on. Let me take a look. Wait, it didn't.
So,
it doesn't show what it says, though.
Right. But no, but you have to have it over what you're trying to translate.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
that's cute. I like
it.
We
put it over it.
Uh-oh.
Come to find out, it says slut.
Oh, no.
Right. So we're like, okay. She loved it. Though.
Okay. Hey.
And Andy's like, if you knew that it said that before you bought it, would you have still bought it for her? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah. What language was it in?
Japanese.
Well, let's hope that not many people speak and can read Japanese.
I don't care if they can. Like, I think it's awesome. I was thinking about getting one for myself.
Well, that was like, did you ever watch Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt?
Yes.
And there was, oh my God, was it Titus that had the shirt that said baby slut? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Or someone had the shirt. I think it was Titus.
Right.
In like one of the first episodes or whatever. Maybe it wasn't that, but something similar on a show. Anyway. Yeah, it was Titus Andromeda.
So, and then Christmas Day, we were going to make cinnamon rolls for breakfast. So we did.
Were they the fast
This ended up being more like
brunch,
brunch, lunch kind of thing. Because it was like, we didn't actually get to enjoy them until almost like 12.
Why?
So, because they were like baking and rising and all this stuff.
Did you prep them the day before, or was it like the same day?
No, same day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to steal that recipe because I've looked at cinnamon roll recipes like for over the however many years that I've been looking at cinnamon roll recipes. And they're always like, you have to take a long time to make the dough.
It's like a couple hours for you to make it.
That's not bad.
And this batch turned out really, really good. Like, really good.
We're going to have to do that.
I know.
Was it a cream cheese frosting or a glaze?
I did a cream cheese glaze with a little bit of Grand Marnier and orange zest. Yeah. So it was delicious.
Oh my God.
And so, and then his son came over and we did gifts and stuff. We did gifts in the morning and I got Andy, he's been in love with this one gift that I got him. It's a percussion massage gun.
Oh yeah. He showed us that, and those look dangerous. They're the ones that
like jackhammers.
They like iron out your muscles and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
You're supposed to use it after you work out and stuff like that. But
it's like
he has been like trying to get me to use it on him like every night.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, it's fine, but like my hands are like shaking. They're like, ah.
Do you wait? Do you have like that thing like after you're on a boat and then you get on land? How you have like
Yes.
the waving thing, but like after you let go of it, your hands continue to shake, and you're like, "Do I have Parkinson's?"
I'm wondering if I do that and then pleasure myself. I feel like somebody else doing it.
Well, hey, there you go.
You know?
Switch it up. There you go. Right? It doesn't matter.
But it's also like
It's like on autopilot. Your hands just like.
well, like one friend was like, "Oh, are you going to use that on yourself?" And I'm like,
For what?
Like wink, wink, like.
How would you?
But I'm like, no, you know how fast those things go?
I feel like if you put it down there, you would lose a lot of.
You would need
feeling.
butthole rejuvenation after that because it would wreck your hole.
Oh yeah, you would need maybe a transplant. Yeah, no, it would not be New Year, New Rear. I guarantee that. Not at all. God, that does not sound.
But you know, we had a good Christmas, and then we went over to a friend's house for dinner. Just a small group of us, like 6, I think, of us. And just kind of like had dinner and everything. We did a salt crusted prime rib, which I love doing. And then we were trying to do this like because we saw that YouTube video of the woman doing the potatoes.
What potatoes?
Remember, who was the Asian lady on YouTube that you showed us who does the...
we did the cocoa bombs.
Yes.
Which are still in my fridge. Gosh, I don't know, but she's so fun.
Okay, so she also did a 15-hour potato. And it's like this whole thing where it's like duck fat and potatoes and blah, blah, blah. And we're like, oh,
it took 15 hours. Did you do it?
Yeah, we did it. So a lot of it's passive. So like there's
Okay.
really only like maybe an hour and a half or so that you're actually doing any work, which is
Okay.
mostly slicing and peeling the potatoes.
Okay.
So we did it. It did not come out the way I was expecting it to, but with that being said, they were delicious.
Okay.
They
I was going to say.
So I did it like a hash because they were supposed to be like stacks of them because it's like you slice the potatoes really thin.
Okay.
You put them in a loaf pan, shingle them in, and then you like bake it.
Oh, kind of like scalloped potatoes.
It's
a
kind of
little
like
bit?
scallop.
Okay.
So then when you take it out after putting it in the refrigerator and cooling it with like a pan and some cans on top of it, it like creates this loaf, almost like a bread loaf.
Okay.
And then you cut it into like squares, like tall squares.
Okay.
And then you deep fry them.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So they're cooked, they're baked in, they're roasted in like duck fat already. And then you're going to fry it.
Oh.
They were delicious.
Uh-huh.
I will say that because I added like salt, pepper, and like rosemary to the potatoes. And so really good. But then like you're supposed to freeze them. And then once you cut them into squares, freeze them. So when you fry them, they're supposed to stick together.
Yeah.
Mine didn't stick together. They kind of just fell apart.
Were they more like chips then?
Yeah. So they came out more like little thin chips.
That's okay.
They're delicious.
Look, hey, if all that matters is it's tasty.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, there we go. That's funny because I was watching one of those yesterday, I think, and it was like a gooey cake, I think it was called.
I love like gooey cakes.
It was
it's like a toffee, like
with like a cream
sticky
cheese.
toffee cake. Yeah.
It looked really good and it looked very gooey.
Because Anya will make like a sticky toffee pudding.
Ooh, yeah.
Which is just like really like a cake. And it is so good. And
gooey butter cake. Yeah, I think that's what it was. And it looked really easy to make.
Yeah. I'm hoping as I'm talking about this that he'll decide he wants to make it before we have to go on our diets for the new year.
I mean, yeah, that's a good idea. So yeah, if you do make that, I think you should have some people help you out to test it. Myself. Me.
I'll let you know if I have any to
I
share.
volunteer as Tribune.
Oh my God.
Tribune?
Okay.
Tribute.
So I'm going to tell you a story about this volunteer as tribute thing. So my sister posted on Facebook, and I hate when people do this. She's going to kill me.
We love you. Thanks for listening. Are you in Florida? We love Florida.
So she goes on there and she's like, I'm doing some spring cleaning. I don't want any fake friends.
Oh, no.
I'm doing all this. I'm doing some cleaning up of my, I'm going to block and get rid of people, blah, blah, blah. And me and Andy both post, I volunteer as tribute. And he goes, pick me. And she's like, y'all a couple bitches.
I was just going to say, like, you don't need to do spring cleaning every time. Just as you think about it, delete that person, block that person, remove that person, unfriend that person. Condomare your life. It does not spark joy. You let it go.
I just thought it was funny because we were like,
yeah, people do that. New year, new me. No.
No, girl, it's fine.
No, New Year, same queer. There you go. I have a question though. So I know Christmas is like not about gifts, but do you have a favorite gift that you got?
You know what? Yes, because it Andy gave me a puzzle, and
Ooh.
it's of the Sydney Harbor.
Oh.
And he's like, this, we could put this together, and it would be, hopefully in the next year we can plan on going there.
Oh, that's so cool. How many pieces is it?
It's like 1,000.
Oh my God.
That's a lot. And what?
And there's a keychain?
And I had a keychain. I'm like, wait, what? You gotta put it on screen, people. That's how we do it in the studio. You want to see it? You gotta put it on the screen.
It's a living room, everybody.
Sorry, everyone. So Andy got me a keychain, and it's a picture of Cooper.
Oh my God, that is so cute.
And it's like cut
etched.
out of steel.
Yeah.
I'll post a picture of it on Instagram.
We got a lot of things to post on IG.
I know.
Get the account ready.
Get that ready. But it's like sterling silver, and it's cut out, and it's just gorgeous, and it's like my new favorite
on
keychain.
Your new car keychain?
On my new car
Kia?
Yeah, I know. Oh.
I missed you.
I missed you too.
Okay,
All
so
right.
do you want to get into like
the
thick of it?
The thick of it. So, we got to do a wrap-up show. Everybody's expecting a wrap-up show. So, but I don't want to do like this whole, I don't really want to do a lot about COVID.
Yeah,
I don't want to do a lot about the
grid it
protest.
like 9 months out of the year. That's
I don't want to do a lot
whatever.
about the election.
Yeah, no, we elect to not do that.
Right, and I'm okay with doing like other stories that happen.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to be as positive as possible with some like, other stuff in there. And I'm going to preface this with something because we are going to talk about people who had accomplishments or did things in 2020 during all of this. And that is not to shame anyone who did not, who felt like they didn't accomplish anything or whatever. Listen, we are all not in the same boat. We're all in the same storm, but some of us are in yachts, some of us are in boats, and some of us are just trying not to drown.
Ooh.
Okay? So if your accomplishment was getting out of bed in the morning, I applaud you.
Yep.
If your accomplishment this year was that every day you were able to resist temptation and fall prey to your addiction or whatever, and you were able to stay sober and keep on that road of like being a better you, hey, I am standing up with you and applauding you. Like, I don't care if you were thriving. I only care if you were surviving.
Yeah. And it's the little wins, right?
Right.
It's the little wins. I think that I'm very glad you said that because this year was, as you know, very crazy. But I think we often forget how much other stuff happened. And I watched Soul, the Disney movie, recently.
I love that. I thought it was good.
And it really highlighted the fact that it really is about the little things. Right. But I mean, 100%, you hit the nail on the hammerhead. Nope, you hit the nail on the head with the hammer. There it is.
You hit the nail on the head.
For all of our listeners out there, I think that's the take home, right? This year, if you just, like you said, got out of bed, if you did something small, that's a win. And any win is a win in my book.
So with that being said, we did have like some people who felt like
we
they
did a
accomplished
poll.
stuff. We did a poll.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have the results?
We didn't do like a poll. We just did like, hey, send us in like
Did
any
people send
accomplishments.
stuff?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So our friend Ty. Hey Ty.
Hi Ty.
How you doing?
Did he invent Beanie Babies? Right? Oh, that was T.Y.
Oh,
Same thing. Ty? No?
Yeah, T.I.
Yeah.
Like the rapper.
Oh, T.I. Oh, like, oh, okay.
Ty.
But pronounced Ty like T.Y. The Beanie Babies.
Right. Well, like she did a marathon.
Oh, dang. Okay.
And I'm like, that is awesome.
When?
And like, I think it was like maybe like a virtual marathon. Like people have been doing those kind of things.
Hey, power to you. That's 26? 26
Girl, I don't
miles?
know. Do I look like I run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You run the world, girls.
You run the world.
Paul.
only running I'm doing is running scared. Okay.
No.
Running on empty.
You are running your
on
life.
fumes,
You are running
running this
the
bitch.
show. There you go. See?
And then like my other friend Erica is getting her side hustle on with like doing this Egyptian date jam that she makes, which is also in relation to her
I heard Egyptian
culture.
date, and I was like, interesting, like Tinder.
Oh,
I was like, okay, that's cute. Like, hey, it's like J date, but for Egyptians.
no, it's
Is
a
it like
jam.
E date? I'm for it though. It must be Jellica's jam. Don't shake.
But it's like people are trying to get the side hustles on. So she's doing that because she can't do what she normally does, which is work in a restaurant. My friend Mina. Hey, shout out to Mina. She's she had a baking side hustle before, but she was able to concentrate more on it this year and stuff because of everything happening. And it's called the Sweet Collective. So you can find them on. You
gave me cookies from there, and everybody that listens to this, they were so good. The green matcha and then the red velvet.
Yeah,
I want to go back. Are they local?
Yeah, she's local, so you can find her on Instagram at the Sweet Collective ST, and check them out and order stuff. Their cakes are amazing. Their chocolate bombs were great. The cookies are.
What's a chocolate bomb?
The chocolate bombs, like the ones we made.
Oh, were those the ones that you showed that looked really good?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Everybody, they looked really good. But, okay, if I give a stamp of approval on something sweet and yummy, like, that means it's really good.
Right.
But I also like cookies from Vaughn's, so maybe I don't know.
Your palate isn't as refined.
I mean, if it's got sugar in it, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. Table sugar, brown sugar, you know.
Give me some sugar.
Oh, yeah. Sugar mama.
So, I just want to highlight that. And other people, our friend Lauren had a baby. Some other people got pregnant. Some people bought houses.
People are having lots of babies now.
Well, it's because they have nothing better to do.
I know.
They watch all the Netflix. Now they got to
They chilled for sure. Oh, yeah. Now they're chilling with a baby.
Okay.
I hope they're enjoying that.
Well, but you know what also probably
Babies are a lot of work.
You know what probably also help with making a baby is OnlyFans. You like that segue?
That was a good segue. And how I don't have one. And do you have a secret OnlyFans?
No.
Okay.
Because if I had one, it wouldn't be secret. I'd be like, look at all this. Look at this. Like a bowl of jelly. There is a spot in the world for anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Someone's going to like it. Right.
There
exactly.
we go.
But you know what? It's I am not mad at anybody who has an OnlyFans.
Not at all. If anything, I'm honestly, if I applaud, you're applauding everybody, I'm applauding people. Cause look, if someone wants to pay you for something, I say go for it.
Right.
Take that money, make it rain on me.
Okay. Rain on
That was a highlight of my 2020.
Well, we're going to talk about music here too. But, every track, you were trying to say, everybody has somebody for something.
Yes.
Every trash can has its lid. That's why.
And one man's trash is another man's treasure, or woman.
Okay.
Or one human's trash is another human's treasure.
There you go.
Unless we have aliens. I mean, didn't they confirm we had aliens this year?
Yes, they had
UFOs.
It went under the radar that they confirmed.
What was it in Roswell? No. What's the place? Roswell?
Area 51?
That one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I hope they don't have an OnlyFans.
They might. I would be intrigued to see what that's about. I feel like it'd be out of this world.
Oh! But yeah, no, so OnlyFans had a great year because Beyonce
Do you think
mentioned
they have stock? Should we invest in them?
Oh, I would love for them to go public.
Okay, we know a financial advisor. We'll talk to him later.
So, OnlyFans has 450,000 content creators and over 30 million subscribers.
That's a lot.
If those of you who do not know what that is, OnlyFans is a website where you can go and see people subscribe to their page, and they put up risque
Sometimes
content.
it's not even risque.
It's not even, no.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm, that to me is okay.
So, okay, I will say, there was this one guy that is a bodybuilder.
Okay.
And he had an OnlyFans, and it's always swipe up for OnlyFans. And I was I'm intrigued, right? And so I paid the $10 for the month or whatever, and then I immediately canceled it. And it wasn't, because I don't want that recurring payment. Look, I already pay for 300,000 streaming services that I never use, so I don't want to add OnlyFans to it. But I was kind of disappointed because I was oh, I thought I was going to.
Which bodybuilder was this?
His name was Tyson something.
Oh, okay.
But it's always he was very gay, but not.
Gay for pay.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But he's straight and is a bodybuilder. But not
him?
that Tyson.
Oh. That Tyson Daly?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. See, like
I
that
followed him
to
on Instagram.
That to me, I'm just like,
Oh, our producer is
yeah. Why you
logging
put this up
in
on our
to his
studio?
I think we're gonna see an OnlyFans right now. I hope I did cancel. I think I canceled.
Oh,
it.
you better hope you did.
That'd be $10. No, that's two
But,
$5
like,
footlongs.
You know, that's like date night.
Yeah, I listened to a podcast about class action lawsuits, and apparently
because Subway,
they didn't. They were like, "Oops, sorry." Well, duh,
because
and no one got any money.
It's not even 12. It's not really a foot
Yeah,
long.
so there was a class action lawsuit of this guy that was like, "Wait a minute, this isn't a foot long; it's an 11-inch long, right?" And then
it's foot long on Grinder.
Yeah, no, that'd be 7 inches. But it didn't go anywhere. They were like, well, Subway's like, oops, we'll just make them 12 inches. Okay. Anyway.
So, like, OnlyFans had a great year because, like, Beyonce mentioned it in the Savage remix, and everybody was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Beyonce knows about this?
I think, wasn't there another celebrity?
So, there's actually two different, I say celebrity, and I'm putting that in air quotes because, like, they are not really that. But one of them was Bella Thorne, who created an OnlyFans.
Who is that?
And she was on Disney Channel for a while. She's an actress.
Is she Gigi Hadid's sister?
No.
Okay. That's
No.
Bella Hadid.
Yeah, you think about Bella Hadid. So Bella Thorne was in the Babysitter sequel on Netflix and stuff.
I have no idea who that is.
Supposedly she made $2 billion on OnlyFans in one day.
Wait, how much?
$2 million. Now, with that being said, she was charging for premium content at like $200 or $300. And so she ruined it because then after that, OnlyFans came out with a cap of how much you can charge for premium content.
What does that mean, premium content?
So, like, you can send to your subscribers a specific thing, like a picture or a video that you created, but they have to pay extra for that.
Oh.
Yeah. So, they did that, and it was like also people tipping her and stuff like that. So they had to put a
tip.
Yeah, you can tip.
I need an OnlyFans,
right? Because people make actually good money.
I know. Now, why am I working?
But like this was a way for sex workers who couldn't go and do their job to make money during the pandemic.
And I'm all about sex positivity. Like, go make that rain, get the coin.
Hey, you know what, girl? Somebody or guy, if somebody's going to pay for it, go ahead. Take their money. They had to change some of the things, so she made it harder for sex workers to make money.
I feel like I saw a news article, or maybe like a Huffington Post article.
It was really big about that, yeah.
Huh.
Another thing that happened is there was like an influencer pretty recently, who Gabby DiMartino, and she's actually like she's known on like TikTok and everything too, and she's known on Instagram, and she kind of looks like Ariana Grande. And so she had an issue with OnlyFans because recently she posted a video behind a paywall, which is what they do.
What's a paywall?
Paywall is it's locked, and you have to pay for the exclusive content. Yes. Okay. So she did this with the caption for like I think it was like $3 to see it, and she put the caption, "Won't put my panties on," and people paid to open it up to see what it was because they thought it was going to be something sexual. They open it and it's a video of her from when she was like 4 or 5 years old, lifting her dress up with nothing on underneath. People got pissed because they're like, "Did you just sell me child pornography?" And not only that, but did you just distribute child pornography? And she was like, "No, this isn't what was supposed to happen. That wasn't my intent. I can't believe people thought it was like sexual, blah, blah, blah."
Homegirl got canceled for sure.
Well, yeah. And it's just like, girl, you can't put that kind of stuff out there. It doesn't matter what your intent was. You're a child naked. Like nobody does that. So her fans were like all over her about that. Yeah. And then she was like, I didn't even do it as something sexual. My OnlyFans is a Finsta page. And
what does that mean?
Well, like Finsta are people who have like a friends only Insta page. So she was like, these are her big fans. And
there are so many terms I don't know about.
Right. So I'm trying to teach the children right now. But then I'm also like, I'm mad because like the New York Post, I think it was, recently shamed an EMT.
I saw that and I was like, Oh, what's I think AOC
Right, was
said,
like,
the thing that we should be focusing on is the fact that this woman needs to go on an OnlyFans to make ends meet instead of being an EMT and saving lives. And I was like, thank you.
And I was like, and anyway,
yep, there it is.
What the hell does it matter if she's
make some money and it doesn't matter where it comes from. Like, are you paying your taxes? Are you doing things legally? That's all I care about.
Right, exactly.
Be a good person, pay your taxes, don't do illegal things, and I think that's it. I think that's all. That's all. Those are my requirements to hang out, right? That's it. And don't be mean. Be kind. Rewind.
Well, I mean, be a little mean.
But be mean in private with me while we're talking about
Oh, no, because I'm going to be mean in public right now because I am over all these gays going to, like, Puerto Vallarta and Brazil right now for these, like, gay circuit parties.
Posted a rant on Instagram, but I was like, I don't know if I would have enough time. Like, the amount of time it allows on the story to read, I was like, this would be an essay.
Right.
Like, I get it. You want to party. I'm understanding of that. I understand. But like,
we all do. We're all like having COVID fatigue.
But it's blatant disregard for human life.
Right.
And like the fact that this is don't get me started on that.
So
one.
For everybody who doesn't know, we're going to explain what's going on. So
it was Pride,
there's a couple
like
of,
Pride?
no, it's a New Year's Eve party. And they had one in Brazil that got shut down by the Brazilian police.
As it should.
Yeah. So, and then they have one coming up in Puerto Vallarta that's being promoted by Jeffrey Sanker and DJ Ben Basco and all these people who are like, they found out because Mexico and Puerto Vallarta went on lockdown.
Yeah.
So they decided they're going to move the circuit party from the hotel and resort that they were at to another resort. And they're like, oh, we have outdoor spaces and everybody has to wear a mask and we're going to take temperatures. And it's like, all these people are like still going down to Puerto Vallarta. And I'm like, okay, Puerto Vallarta does not have the hospital beds for you.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody has the hospital beds for when you come back. Mm-mm. So you know what? Go down there, do your thing, but don't expect help.
But also, you're not going to come back because you're going to die.
Okay. And I'm like, I don't even have like,
yeah.
It's like you are so wrapped up in your your own wants that you can't even see.
What frustrates me is it's people get frustrated in the community that people discriminate against us, and we are spoon feeding people reasons to not like us as a community by people doing these things. Right. I'm like, if you're curious why people don't like you, you might need to look in the mirror because you're to blame. Right. Take a long hard look at the man in the mirror or woman in the mirror or whatever in the mirror. Maybe if you're a vampire, you ain't got no reflection in the mirror. But like, look at that shit because you're at a cause. Anyway, that's the end of my rant.
But I want to talk about like some good things that happened.
Yes.
So
we started a podcast.
There you go.
As you all know. Hopefully.
But like Crayola put out Colors of the World.
Wait, what?
This year, Crayola crayons.
Okay. Yeah.
Because of the protest and everything, they put out Colors of the World. So kids, it's 40 different skin tone types of crayons for kids to color with.
I had no idea about this.
So they could go in and they would have a color that would accurately represent their skin tone.
Oh my God, that's so awesome. Oh.
And I think that is amazing.
Oh, go Crayola.
Right. And I was like, oh, that's something kind of cool. So if you want to go out there and like,
get your crayons.
Support them.
You don't have to color in peach anymore, everybody.
Exactly.
That's what I would do as a child. Peach, that's me.
But again, Crayola, why do you have white when most paper is white?
Yeah. But also, like, if you're the color of paper...
Well, but, like, there are people who have, like, what is it called? Albino.
Albino, yeah. Or there are people with super thin skin.
Right.
Yep.
Translucent skin, almost, yeah.
And then you can see their veins underneath. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, okay.
Like those fishes.
So, another thing I thought was so great that happened this year was a Utah brewery paid off an elementary school's student lunch debt.
Aww.
And I was like, that's such a, like, I totally forgot about all these, like, things that happened because you didn't realize that this was, because everything gets fall apart.
It didn't get highlighted on the news because it was either COVID election or Black Lives Matter or, like, some other things. And
it just feels like it happened 15 years ago.
I know.
And it was a Toasted Barrel Brewery. So they donated $1,300 to Washington Elementary School in Salt Lake City to pay off the school lunch debt.
I love
now,
that.
Please, let's have it all the way back in like January before the pandemic even happened.
This was this was PC.
But still, if you are in Utah, please go and support Toasted Barrel Brewery.
I felt like they would have like really good, what's it called? Appetizers.
Ooh.
Like mini burgers.
Maybe.
Or like pretzels.
The school for lunch?
No, the brewery. Oh, are we going to pull up the menu? Do they have a menu? Do they have food?
Doesn't look like it, but that's okay. Another thing that'll make you feel good is a Minnesota Dairy Queen.
I love Dairy Queen.
I do too.
Did they donate the blizzards and flip them upside down to prove that they actually done it correctly?
I need to go to a Dairy Queen soon.
Do we have one here?
Yeah, there's one at the mall.
Mission Valley?
At Mission Valley Mall. Yeah.
Okay, we should take a field trip.
Oh, yeah.
And are they serving food?
I think so, but
It's
I don't care about the food. I
takeout?
want the Blizzard.
I know, yeah. We got to get the Oreo Blizzard, and if they don't flip it upside down,
Then it's not right.
no, it's wrong. We should do like a trip, and then do like a story or something.
Oh, yeah. This is us walking to the...
Look at us. We got Dairy Queen. Oh, did they flip it up? Okay, we're done.
So, but they had a pay it forward train that lasted 900 cars and over 2 days.
Wait, when was this?
This was just recently this
Okay.
month, like December 21st.
I can't read that thing.
So I think that is great. I can. I have good eyes.
Must be nice. Must be nice to be able to see
But isn't that cool though? I think that's
900 cars.
900 cars in over
Wow.
2 days.
Wow.
That did this.
You know what would suck though? If like you were behind a gigantic family. I mean, but also let's be real. How much money can you spend at Dairy Queen? Like what?
Queen.
It's $20. Like, oh man, $20. Like,
Well, maybe it's a little bit more.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've gone crazy at Taco Bell and spent like $60 once.
Yeah.
Oh, but it was worth it.
So a
was in
12-year-old became the youngest composer for the New York Philharmonic this year. I'm like, I think that is so amazing because
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that with my life.
That's a huge thing,
12 years old.
Yeah. So, and to compose a piece for the New York Philharmonic, do you know how many like instruments are in that?
And also like very like educated collegiate people dream to do that. And this
And
little
then-
girl's like, hey, I got you.
Not only that, this is a
12
a
years
girl
old?
of color. Like,
Okay, what were you doing at 12?
playing with my ding-a-ling. I
don't even think
discovered
was
that what it
playing-
did.
I don't even think I was playing with that. I think I was in the I was in the creek getting poison oak, playing outside.
So another great thing that happened, I'm just going to keep on rolling here.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Yeah,
Rolling.
rolling on the good things.
So the Texas Roadhouse CEO,
Oh,
and I'm going to let y'all know right now.
are those the one with the bread that's in the freezer aisle?
Yes.
It's good bread.
Because let me tell you.
Texas toast.
No, not Texas Toast.
Oh.
This is Texas Roadhouse, girl. Put respect on that name, okay?
I don't think I've ever been.
On God. Like, you need to make sure that, because, like, they have the best yeast rolls I've ever tasted. And I told you my tossing salad story, right?
Maybe
At Texas
camera.
Roadhouse?
Oh yes, with your friend that you went. No, you went.
With
It
my
was
friend-
like one of the
my
things when you get
ex's
like
mom.
yes.
Okay. Anyway, but like I love their yeast bread, and they
Okay.
have a cinnamon maple butter that's amazing.
Ooh.
And I found out that there's one here in San Diego, so
I guess we're
have
going
to,
there.
I
So
have
we're gonna
go
go to there and then Dairy
and then
Queen.
go Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Yes. So
we'll
anyway-
live stream it. Is that a thing?
Yes,
streaming?
live stream. Yeah. God, you're so old.
Are we gonna
on
do it?
OnlyFans?
We'll make you. It's only $1.
So
We'll probably make some good
he
money.
gave up his salary for a year and any bonuses that he was going to get so
The
to
CEO.
cover the CEO to cover employee payroll.
Well, let's be real. If you're a CEO, you can forgo your.
And I mean, when you think about it, that's like almost $1.5 million that he gave up for the year to help do that.
I wonder how many restaurants he has.
You know what? They're really big on the East Coast and then sort of like the middle. There was one in Denver and like so when I go places to other cities, I try not to eat like chain restaurants, but like I will make an exception for Texas Roadhouse. They have over 572 restaurants.
Wow.
So, you know, like put respect on that name. Okay.
Well, but also I feel like that's a huge thing. Like I think if a lot of CEOs were like, you know, gonna not have a salary.
Right.
They could have stimulated the people real well.
Stimulate this, stimulate that. Who gonna stimulate me? Okay.
Your little not machine gun. Oh my God. The machine gun that you have. The therapy gun thing.
Yeah, there you go. So the other thing that I had was there's a restaurant in the South Bronx called La Mirada. They're a Mexican restaurant focusing on Oaxacan cuisine. Mm-hmm. And they've actually been awarded a Bib Gourmand by Michelin. So a really great place, I guess. And I would love to go there. But they have transformed themselves and reimagined themselves into a soup kitchen. So what they do is they still they still do food for paying customers and stuff, like the regular menu.
Like a takeout.
But if anybody needs to come in for a free meal, they have a specific meal for that.
650 free meals a day?
Yeah, a day are produced in the restaurant.
Wow.
But also they've gotten help from the community, like churches and food banks and everything have come along to help them not only distribute the food that they do, but to give them ingredients and stuff too.
Wow. See, I think that this should highlight that even though the year has been the year that has been, there's so much good.
Oh yeah,
that has brought everybody together.
Yeah, when you think about that, like how much people have gone outside of themselves to do great things,
absolutely,
and to help out.
Wow.
I mean, I think that's great. You know, and like you just adopted a dog, and animal shelters were saying that they
had record
adoptions. Like some were empty for weeks, if not months at a time.
Mm-hmm. And before, dogs would be there for months or weeks,
right?
You know, and so I think that's a big thing. Like dogs are getting homes. Dogs, cats, whatever, gerbils, you know.
Yeah, any animals.
Horses. Yeah, animals are getting homes. Yeah, we don't discriminate.
Right.
We're
like, all animals matter,
except snakes.
Okay, can I? Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm okay with snakes. I'm not a fan of bugs. Are bugs animals? What defines an animal? A mammal? I don't know. This is going to get too whatever.
Okay. But you know what I am? Like, I don't know if you're like, if you've even seen this, but I am obsessed with it.
Probably not.
But the guy who knocked the other guy out with the twisted tea can.
What is that?
Oh, Lord. Okay.
What's a twisted tea can?
Twisted tea is...
okay, I thought tea can, you meant toucan, and I'm like, a bird? This man's knocking someone out with a bird?
Twisted tea is like a drink. It's an alcoholic drink.
Okay.
So this guy is in a convenience store, and there's another guy who is just yelling at him and calling him the N-word numerous times. And when I say numerous, I mean like double-digit times within like a minute and a half. So the guy has a twisted tea can.
Just hanging out with it?
Well, he had it on the counter. He picked it up, and then he went to flip it. They kind of like show the guy, hey, I mean business. He dropped it on the ground. The guy tried to kick it while the guy was bending over to get it. The guy picked it up and wham, smacked him in the face because the guy was just like...
we're going to watch it right now.
He like...
Oh, yes.
Like, I mean, literally... opened a can of whoop ass on this guy and then beat him down on the ground.
They had videos of people that would like confront racist people.
Right.
And there was an old white lady that a black woman basically knocked out. And I was like, yes, thank you. She deserved it. Goodbye.
But I'm like, you can't like, I don't care how many black friends you have, but if you are a white person, you shouldn't know. Because it's like when I call other gay people fags, but if a straight person calls me that, I'm like, oh, we fighting now.
Yeah.
Because like between us, we have a shared experience.
Yeah.
And we can use that, and I can say that to you.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not like we're butt buddies. I'm just saying we have a shared experience where like we both like penis. But like, you know, and also between us, that can mean numerous things.
Yeah.
Just like within the black community, that N-word can mean
Yeah.
different things when they say it to each other.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you know, he thought he was cool and he could say it all the time because he listens to the music or something.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh my God. It just every time I
honey.
see it, oh honey.
Oh yeah. I love seeing like instant karma like that.
Oh, yeah.
When it's like it might be like bad for the people that are like getting whooped, but God, it makes you feel good.
But I also love the people who are just standing there, like the woman who was recording it and like the two other.
They're probably like, oh God.
There were like two other customers who were just like standing there like
Do we help him?
Who do we help?
So wait, the guy on the ground, do we just like wait for him to come back to life? Okay.
It's like, oh, he got back up. Oh, well, he going back on the ground.
Do you want to get twisted again?
Don't get it twisted.
That's a good thing that happened this year is they announced another season. Did we have Drag Race this year too?
We had Holland, UK, and season 12.
We had All Stars.
And we had All Stars.
Was UK? No, UK was last year.
UK was last year. At the end of last year.
There's so much.
Right. It's kind of like Don't Start Now. Because I did. We were just talking about this. Because if you haven't already, please go to Spotify and look up tugayspod. We do have a couple of playlists on there.
Yeah.
One of them is the best of 2020. Now, you will notice that the only Don't Start Now on there by Dua Lipa, who is our goddess right now, because she saved 2020, is one of the Don't Start Now remixes, because the remix came out in 2020. The original song came out in 2019, and I had a very like specific thing that playlist would only be songs that came from 2020.
I love the technicality of it, though.
Right.
That's what makes me happy. Like, we know that this song is not 2020.
Right.
You can't say with us.
But I just put in Ali and AJ's new song because they just re-released Potential Breakup Song, which I love.
Wait, Ali and AJ? Like the one from like 15 years ago?
Not that long. I need you to calm down. Like, they just released an explicit version.
I don't think I've ever heard of. I don't
Potential
think I've heard
Breakup Song.
We'll have to listen to it.
Oh
Is it
my
in the
God.
playlist?
I love them and I love that song. So people actually, okay, I'm not going to talk like, I don't want to like brag, but I'm going to talk about my accomplishments.
Brag,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So I make playlists all the time and my playlists are very specific. So like I have one called One Word, and that is because every single title of the song has only one word in it.
Oh. Do you have Hello by Adele?
Of course.
Okay.
And I also have Hello by
Lionel Richie?
Lionel Richie, and there's a couple of other ones too.
By the, I just came to say hello. What's on that one then?
I don't know. But I also make ones for like my work, so it's SFW,
yeah.
and stuff. And I get people just like in the office going, I really like this mix. Who did this? And I'm like, oh, that'd be me. Thank you very much.
Oh.
You can find it on Spotify.
Can you review on Spotify?
They don't have reviews on Spotify.
You just like, right?
You can just like
or follow?
Yeah, or follow.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wish that they did,
Yeah.
but they don't.
Oh,
So
man. I would review.
so if anybody wants to go on, they can go and like and listen to our playlist on there.
Okay.
But that's why Dua Lipa was on there. And I think we were talking about Dua Lipa. We had to do Dua Lipa, and then because of another song. But that's okay.
I don't know. I have lost it. It's fine. We'll find it out eventually.
I do love like a lot of the songs that came out this year, because you had like WAP. And
yeah, that was the song.
I liked WAP.
I think it. I am much. How do I say? Like society. Like I'm very much averse to it.
To just the WAP in general?
No. Like, because anything that's like super popular, I'm just like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Like Game of Thrones, I was like, what is the big deal about this?
I know.
And then when Women Against Patriarchy came out, I was like, what is this? WAP, right? That's what it stands for.
Yeah, that's what it stands for. Okay. Well, then you're probably going to like some of the playlists then, because they have some like really obscure stuff.
Okay.
But there is some other stuff that you would know, like Blinding Lights by The Weeknd.
I like that song. That was a TikTok one. A lot of the TikTok. And I was late to that one.
Even your grandma was probably on TikTok.
Yeah, everyone's on TikTok.
Everybody was on. And I do like TikTok. I just don't go on it because
we do it through Instagram. That's how we do
I watch
it. Yep.
because I'm not going to go out and try to do these dances within like a small square or something like that. Like I can't.
But then
do
you
that.
have to like get another subscription to, or not a
Right.
like you need another login. And I'm like, look, I don't.
And I'm like, I am a content creator, I guess, but I don't care. I don't have that much content.
No. I could give a crap about TikTok.
I'm glad you all want to listen to us for like an hour each week.
I like TikTok by Kesha, and that's it.
Exactly. I'm old. I remember when TikTok was by Kesha. Okay.
Yeah. Or oh my god, I was just like, and it was a mint. That's Tic Tac. Whatever. Make Tic Tac a thing.
But like, I also have "Don't Put Your Records On," which I love the original song.
Oh, Corinne
by Corinne Bailey Ray.
Yes,
but Rip Momney does an amazing
There's a bunch of covers.
cover of it. And I just love it. So, so go check it out on Spotify.
Yes.
Also, if you're still interested in listening to holiday music, I do have holidays on there too. So, and anytime you're going on any of your streaming services where you might listen to us or listen to music or whatever, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, review,
other things,
tell your friends.
Forward.
Yes,
share. There we go.
Not like, oh, share like, here, have a cookie.
I can't with that. Oh my god.
But like Dua Lipa saved 2020 with like her music.
We saved 2020 with our podcast.
I know we did. Yes,
we did.
We're part of that revolution.
We are. Yeah. Oh my god. Wait, is that no? That's resolution.
But like Lady Gaga put out a new album.
Okay, yeah, I was for it. As we know. I mean, you know.
It took me a little bit to get on board with Rain on Me.
Oh, yeah.
But like everything else, I was just like, eh.
Still my top number one song of the year.
But
I listen
like,
to it daily.
My favorite group put new music out, and then one of the members left, Little Mix.
I saw that, yeah. Yeah. Were they,
sad.
9 years together?
Yeah. They started on the X Factor as separate.
Yeah.
And then they made them into a group.
Kind of like the One Direction, right?
Right. Yeah.
Man,
but
we
I
need to go
love
to Britain
them.
to get discovered.
Right?
We can...
I mean, and then even Taylor Swift put out 2 new albums this year.
Yes.
Not a fan.
I haven't really listened to the second one. But it's definitely a different vibe, for sure.
Yeah, but I'm just like,
Hey, look, she's got a lot of money, so let her do whatever she wants. I think she's worth like $500 million. She can make an album, and it wouldn't even cost her anything. And that's that. Well, she's sitting alone in her New York apartment.
She's not sitting alone.
Well, in
what's his name? I can't remember what her.
Oh yeah, she's. Is she engaged? She has a boyfriend.
Supposedly, if you listen and like Swifties, they're probably gonna come after me for saying this or whatever. But some of them have this like idea that within the 2 albums, she has somehow put out there that she is engaged. Okay, because Swifties will take
they do
each album.
Well, she does like the Easter eggs and the things and all the stuff.
And everything is connected. She has her own little multiverse within her album.
Hey, she's smart. Go for it.
So a couple of other things that happened this year. Parasite. I don't know if you remember this, but Parasite won for Best Picture back in February.
That was this year?
I know.
Okay,
but it was
seems
also
like it was an eternity.
I know, but it was like the first international feature film to win.
Okay, I'm
Best Picture.
Okay, hold up. That was this year.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Well, just like the Australian fires were this year too. All the way back in like
I just
January.
did like a. That was this year.
That was this year.
Well, California's always on fire, so that's nothing new.
Right.
Which California fires?
Twice or
they're on fire again everywhere. Yeah, it's fire season every day now.
It's like it was ridiculous, but
oh my, no wait, that's right. Yeah, Australia, the whole country was on fire.
Basically, the whole country was on fire. Yeah, like koalas and kangaroos and stuff.
Dingaboos? Nope, that's not a thing. Dingoes.
Did a dingo eat your baby?
A dingaboo, yes. I'm a dingaboo from down under.
Did you see the dingo boo?
See, I mean,
is that
I'm creating content right now.
But is that like also could it be like a dingleberry in Australia?
Oh my god, so unrelated but related. I know that my friend Christella who listens, her friend Dina. I remember this story. She told me that like they have a name game where it's like I'm Joe, and then you say like an animal that starts with the same letter of your first name. So it'd be Joe Jaguar. There was one, it was like fruit. So it would be like, I don't know what fruit starts with J. Jackfruit. Like Paul would be peach or something. And by the time they got to Dina, she was, okay, persimmon. I don't know any other fruits. So by the time they got to Dina, she was like, Dina Dingleberry. Yeah.
Do you know that was actually, it's in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Dingleberry?
Yeah. Because one of them went to lick the wall, if I remember this correctly, and she's like, this tastes like dingleberries. I don't know if that's the actual way she said it, but that's how I think she said it. oh, snozberries. I'm sorry. Which is just another slang term for dingleberry. So when you think of it, it's like basically he said that the wall tastes like shit. And it's Veruca Salt that did it. Who it's also the name of one of my favorite bands. But anyway.
So dingleberries, yes. We're all over this.
We're all over the board here today.
When are we not?
But so like Brexit happened this year too.
Hold up. No.
Yeah.
I thought that was last year.
No. In January is when England
Britain
exited the EU.
Yeah.
So that was this year.
I'm
surprised, right? I know.
Shook. I am gooped
Shook
America.
He has gooped. Why are you trying to figure out which Marvel character?
I know, yeah. Our producer's putting. I think that those are pop-ups, and we don't. Oh, he's on Safari. That's why you need to go on Google Chrome and have Ad Blocker Plus extension installed, so you don't get any of those things.
And we lost a lot of people this past year too, like celebrity-wise.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So like Kobe Bryant, Ruth Bader Ginsburg,
all of the. Oh yeah, RBG,
RIP.
Oh yeah, that's right, because they rushed in.
You got
Naya Rivera. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Naya Rivera, because we're rewatching Glee right now too on Netflix. So it's like it's really interesting to see her on there.
Yeah. But that's a testament to like entertainment, because you're in history forever.
Right.
You know?
Well, we also lost John Lewis this year. Alex Trebek.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm still not over. I haven't watched Jeopardy much. Oh, Sean Connery. That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. It's like crazy how many people died. And that's outside of the 330,000 something thousand of people.
Just in America.
Just in America.
Just in America.
Just gonna point that out there.
Yep. Just as deadly as a flu. Much worse. Trust your science, y'all.
But you know what? I will say, carbon emissions fell.
I have that as one of the good things, that the Earth was healing.
Well, what else do you have on your good list?
Yeah,
you didn't even go on yours. While you're looking that up, I also want to say I love that charcuterie boards and grazing boxes, like snack boxes, saw a leap of like 2,000%.
What's a snack box?
So like, okay, did you see Andrew's post on like Instagram and Facebook about him and on his COVID floor? All the nurses got boxes that Jim sent.
Yeah.
Those are grazing boxes.
Oh.
So there's like snack boxes that you can order and send.
Oh.
That's why he sent out that text message. Did you guys send me a snack box or something? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, girl.
I was like, I don't know what's happening, and then I forgot about it. It's just like TV. I watched it and then I forgot about it.
But charcuterie boards saw like a huge thing. I will now be one of those people who are going to tell you a little something. Please, if you see something on Instagram and you're like, oh my God, that looks gorgeous, I'm going to order from them because they have a business. Rethink that, please, and go support one of your local cheese shops.
Yes.
Because some of those people on there are only doing it right now and they don't follow correct food handling practices. They may not be they probably don't know anything about cheese that much, maybe. They're probably only using like regular grocery store kind of stuff. Like go to a cheese place. Like we have one here in San Diego that I love called Benissimo.
Yes.
And I love them.
Would you say that it would be a good idea to support local businesses?
go and drop some cheddar at your local cheese shop.
I'm like, what other cheeses do I know? What other cheeses do I know? Oh my God. Don't be Havarti for the party.
Oh my God, I love that.
It'll be a new Bravo show. Tardy for the party, Havarti for the party. I don't know any other cheeses.
But like, if you go to a cheese shop, it won't put you in a purple haze. Oh,
Is
no,
that
that
a
doesn't
cheese?
work. Yeah, it's a cheese, a goat cheese. That didn't work. But okay. So anyway, but I love them and they have amazing, and I will let you know. Here's a little tip for you.
I love cheese.
If you love cheese, I do, like I will.
We do, yeah.
Okay, so like,
give me the cheese. Give it all to me cheese. Yes.
I went to Gaylord Texan years ago. I know. Any place I am is a Gaylord. But
okay, wait. There's a place called Gaylord in Texas.
There's a whole line of hotels through Marriott that does it. Actually, true fact, the Gaylord Opryland used to be owned by Dolly Parton, who gave quite a few millions to COVID research and to developing a vaccine this year.
Go Dolly.
Yeah, she's amazing.
We know.
So, but I was at the Gaylord Texan like years ago, and I was at their steakhouse, and some guy walked by with a cheese tray, like on a cart. And we're like, me and another person who was there was like, what is that? Who is that? Where's he going? And they were like, oh, that's our fromagier.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm sorry, what? You're a hood. So it's like they have a sommelier, but they also have somebody who's there just to talk about cheeses.
Oh my God.
And we're like, yeah, could you please bring him in for us? Thank you very much.
Did you eat all the cheese and
we
the next day?
Basically got everything that was on that cart. But yeah. But back to what I was saying. If you love cheese as much as I do, when you go to a cheese shop, one thing that you really, 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 really need to try and ask them if they have it, it's called Beamster. Now, I know some of your grocery stores will have it, and it's wonderful, but you really need to make sure that it's like this really
sounds futuristic.
It kind of is, because like this is like dry aged Gouda, and it becomes like, it needs to be this really orangey color. If it's a little bit lighter, try to see if you can find one that's a little bit darker. But what happens is it crystallizes. And so you get like these little butterscotch crystal
like
tasting
crunchy
things. Yes.
Ooh.
In there. And it has this note of like butterscotch in it. And it's delicious. So please, if you love cheese as much as I do,
Beamster,
check it out.
Do you think that this cheese is related to Fortune Feimster?
No.
Feimster?
It's Feimster. It's Feimster.
I don't know.
I know who you're talking about. Okay, so your list.
Oh, so it's not long, but I have like some like personal things that I was like, I practiced gratitude, yes. But the environment was another one where I was like, yeah, the earth started healing itself. And then I have basically, COVID caused pressure on society to really examine what was important. It was like I have two things. It's like positive things that are kind of lighthearted, and then deep topics.
Well, like I thought that was a really good thing too for people. This time was a great way for people to sit back and go and examine their relationships, not only with
keep it simple,
their friends and stuff, but also with their families.
Yeah,
too.
I think it basically highlighted what's important. And I think that's what really matters. It really stripped away all of the glitz and glamour that society has been feeding us of like, you have to go do all these things to be happy. And then it's like, no, I don't, because first and foremost, I can't.
Right.
But also like, it's about the basics, right? I always say, keep it simple, keep it basic. It's just like with a skincare routine, less is more. It's just like with, what is it like when you do fashion and they say like, you go out and take off an accessory.
Take one thing off, yes.
Right? Less is more.
Right.
And it's Charmin Ultra, less is more. Keeping it with the COVID theme.
So, is there anything else on your list that you wanted to talk about?
Well, I mean, I think everyone already knows. Like, I moved into a new apartment. I got a dog. I was able to, get some financial security under my belt, which was nice.
Right.
So those are like, I mean, if you listen to the podcast, you know that. But also just be able to create with you this cool whatever we have here, whatever this Tugger Nation, right? And
which is like
that.
Cool because we are now in like 26 countries. Like we just added
How
another
many countries
country.
are in the world? We'll get back to you on that. I think there's like 176.
There's more than that, though. There's more than 26.
Wait, I said 176. Oh, I was close.
195. Wow.
Oh, my 7th grade teacher, Mr. Harrington, will be proud.
Look at you.
I was only off by 19.
I know.
Those don't count. It's like Pluto. Are you a planet? Are you a moon? Are you a country?
Are you a dog?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to be excited when I can go to Disneyland again.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That would be cool. So, final thoughts about 2020? Do you have any? I mean, besides I'm glad you're over.
What's that?
Besides I'm glad you're over.
I think that going to gratitude, kind of like what you were saying earlier, maybe it wasn't on air, but 2020 was a crap year, but it really, if we can get through this, we have much more strength than we thought about. And I think it really, again, it's going to propel us into the new year, and we're going to look at life, quote unquote, normal life that we haven't seen in a long time. And we're going to look at it in such a different light. We're like, oh, I can hug a friend. Like the simplest things. Oh, like I can go out without wearing a mask. Oh, okay. Like I can work again. Like
right.
The little things are going to be so much more meaningful.
Right.
So I think, yes, 2020 was a crap year, but we survived it. And 2021 is going to be a great year.
Yeah.
And we have you all listening.
That's exactly. All of our tuggers and tuggettes out there, we appreciate you.
Yes.
And, again, like I agree with you that everything, like this show has helped become a creative outlet. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that, there are people out there who love listening to us because you listen to us repeatedly. And I love that. Thank you. You make me feel good about my voice because I hate it when it's recorded. But, I just am glad that we're past it.
Yeah.
It was hard, but I'm glad we went through it because, again, it did have all of us take a look at ourselves and our lives and what we do and do not need. It was a great way for all of us to do some spring cleaning and I'm trying to think of the word that I'm trying to go.
Declutter.
Declutter, and also when you go from a large house to a small house. Downsize. There we go.
I got you. HGTV up there. What's up?
But that was my big thing. Is like, but also I want to make sure that people out there are being safe and they feel loved and they feel listened to and they feel like they have a place in this world because you do have meaning. You do bring light into the world no matter what you do. And even if you don't feel like it, it's true. And so my New Year's resolutions coming up are like, I want to lose weight, of course, because I put on all those that's not even COVID-19 anymore. It's like COVID-50.
You had to do it to hibernate.
Right. Exactly. But I also want to like make sure that I'm more gracious and have more gratitude in the new year. I'll tell you, because I watched Big Mouth on Netflix because the new season came out. So, and they have this thing on there towards the end of the season and they call it a gratitoad. And it's this little frog toad thing that they like created, and it's out there, and he's from a swamp, and he sounds like I keep saying this, but he sounds like Andrew David.
No,
because he's always like, he's all about gratitude, and he's like, I really appreciate you saying that.
Did Andrew Davis actually become? Is he a voice actor?
Maybe.
Andrew, why are you a nurse in the ICU? You're famous on Big Mouth.
Because he's like, he'll say stuff like, I'm really glad you're my friend.
Andrew has said that to us.
I know, but I'm just that's my thing. It's like, I love that kind of like role model. It's like to be gracious as possible in the new year. So hopefully I can do that. People stop making me mad. I hate people.
I do too.
But I also want to have like more moments. Like I had this great moment this year. I had a parent call to the office and wanted to talk about their child who was coming in. And she was very nervous because the child had an eating disorder and was getting help for it. And so I was very cautious about, okay, these are the things that we're going to ask. One of the things we're going to ask her is how much does she weigh? If you don't want us to do that, then we won't. But I need to know now what things should I not, because I don't want to trigger this person. And
good for you.
And it was like the mother actually started crying on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And they even called later and was like, I really want to thank you for that. The dad came in and he was like, I really appreciate you doing all this. So it's like that kind of thing to me, like really made me feel good in the middle of all of this, you know, like those kind of moments that you had with just like a stranger, but who kind of understood what you needed, and somebody was there to help you with that and make your life a little bit easier. So
I love that.
What about you? What are your New Year's resolutions?
I always say revolution. And I'm like, oops. I don't know. I haven't thought about that. I'm not a resolutions person. I know that's like so cliche, like don't start on the New Year. Just, like if you want to change your life now. Blah. But I'm like kind of that way. I think for me, I mean, I've always wanted to travel, but I don't know if that's going to be doable. So maybe, I think I'm pretty open-minded for the most part, but I think stopping and listening, because as you know, I'm a Chetty Cathy, and
no,
I know, very shocking. And I think we're all very critical of ourselves. So maybe sometimes I can be like, gosh, why would I do that? Something, make a silly mistake, and I'm we get hard on ourselves. So being kinder to not only other people, but to myself. And then also to spend less money.
Oh gosh,
that would be great. To save money.
So do you have any
the Amazon Joe?
But do you have like do you have any New Year's traditions that you do? Because like supposedly in the new year, so that you have more money coming into you, you're supposed to be holding money that somebody gave you, not just out of your pocket, but somebody had to give you money
on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be holding it.
So do you want to go to the corner tomorrow and like meet up with the homeless people and beg for money?
But like
we'll live stream it.
But like a southern thing to do is to eat collard greens
and black peas
and black eyed peas.
Black eyed peas.
The collard greens is to bring you money, and the black eyed peas are to bring you luck. Now, another thing my sister does, she did this last year. I don't know why she did it, but she told me it was a thing, is she packed a bag, put it in her car, and then drove around the block, because it's supposed to mean that you're going to travel in the new year and you're going to have safe travels.
I like that.
Unless you got in a car accident while you're driving.
Oh my God. Did you know that most accidents happen within a 5-mile radius of your home? Yeah. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, maybe I won't do that because I don't want to be the person that's like, yeah, I got rear-ended when I was driving around the block, and yeah, this wasn't the best. I don't know. I don't have any traditions on New Year's. Maybe just
I'm
stay awake until midnight.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that.
I usually celebrate New Year's in New York. In California, though,
I would love to celebrate
Australia's.
Guam's, because they're like 15 hours ahead.
Australia's, I think they're the first on the Earth.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it.
Maybe it's already 2021 in Australia. No.
Well, when this comes out, it's already going to be 2021.
Oh, yeah. Australia, I think, is like 20 hours ahead of us.
But don't forget, everyone, make sure, because you know what starts on the 1st, though?
What?
Yes. RuPaul's Drag Race, season 13. Yes. And then a couple days later, Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist comes out.
And then RuPaul's Drag Race UK. I know. I'm excited for Zoe. There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff coming in January.
Yes.
As well as new episodes from These Unprecedented Games.
So listen, subscribe, like, forward, share. Go on a corner to get your $1 and share with other people.
Not only follow our podcast on Spotify, but also like follow our playlist.
Instagram. Oh yeah, that too.
And then go on Instagram and like
everything.
All of it. All the social media.
Spread the love and spread some legs.
Oh. And out.
Hey, we're sex positive. Maybe they can spread their legs and have an OnlyFans. There you go.
Just wear a mask.
Yeah. Or if you do that 6 feet, then that person is very talented.
Yeah.
Or endowed. We'll call it that way.
There you go. And don't forget.
On that
note, thanks everyone for listening.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Special thanks to Andrew Smith and Nick Stone for producing the show.
If you like us, please follow us at tugayspod on Instagram and visit us online at tugayspod.com. You can find us anywhere you can stream podcasts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know topics you'd like to hear. And always remember, stay safe, stay classy, stay sassy, and always stay a little bit trashy. See you next week.